One day, you will either look back at this moment with pride or regret, and the difference will come down to what you decide to do in the next 15 minutes. There comes a point in life where everything becomes clear, not because the world changes, but because you finally do. These next few minutes are not just time passing by. They are a mirror, a wake-up call, and an opportunity wrapped into one. Most people drift through their days, hoping things will improve, waiting for the right moment, the right feeling, or the right chance. But the truth is, clarity doesn't come from waiting. It comes from facing reality head-on. In these moments, you begin to see that success is not a mystery. It's built on simple disciplines practiced daily, and failure is not a catastrophe. It's the result of small errors repeated over time. What separates the two is awareness, decision, and action. And right now, you are being given all three. Everything begins with awareness, the quiet moment when you stop moving on autopilot and start truly seeing your life for what it is. Most people go through their days reacting instead of reflecting, repeating the same patterns without ever questioning where those patterns are leading them. They stay busy, but not effective, active, but not intentional. And the cost of that lack of awareness is time that never comes back. When you become aware, you begin to notice the small things that were once invisible, how you spend your hours, what you tolerate, what you avoid, and what you consistently ignore. You start to recognize that your current results are not random. They are a direct reflection of your daily choices. That realization can be uncomfortable, but it is also incredibly powerful because it puts you back in control. Awareness is like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, what was once hidden becomes clear. You see what needs to change, what needs to grow, and what needs to be left behind. And from that clarity, better decisions are born. You don't need a dramatic breakthrough to change your life. You need a clear perspective. Because once you see things as they truly are, it becomes almost impossible to keep living the same way. Life rarely changes in a single dramatic moment. It changes in the quiet, almost invisible decisions you make every day. The choice to wake up a little earlier, to stay disciplined when no one is watching, to say no to distractions and yes to growth. These small actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they begin to shape the direction of your entire life. Most people underestimate the power of small decisions because the results are not immediate. Skipping one opportunity, delaying one task, or making one poor choice doesn't seem like a big deal. But when those choices are repeated day after day, they compound into habits, and habits ultimately define your future. Success is not an event. It is a process built quietly through consistency. In the same way, positive choices also build momentum. One disciplined action leads to another. One good habit strengthens the next. And before long, what once felt difficult becomes part of who you are. The key is to understand that every decision matters, even the ones no one else sees. Because in the end, your life is not a result of what you intend to do. It is a result of what you consistently choose to do. Motivation feels powerful in the moment, but it is unreliable. It comes and goes depending on your mood, your environment, and your circumstances. If you depend on it, you will only take action when it's convenient, and that is why so many people start strong but never finish. The truth is, lasting progress is not built on how you feel. It is built on what you do consistently, regardless of how you feel. Discipline is different. Discipline shows up on the days when you're tired, distracted, or uninspired. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It creates results through commitment. It's the ability to follow through on what you said you would do, long after the initial excitement has faded. And while it may feel difficult at first, discipline eventually creates freedom, the freedom of confidence, growth, and control over your own life. The shift happens when you stop asking, do I feel like doing this? And start asking, is this what needs to be done? That simple change in thinking separates those who make progress from those who remain stuck. Because when your actions are driven by purpose instead of emotion, you become consistent. And consistency, practiced over time, becomes the foundation of every meaningful success. In the end, everything comes back to a simple truth. Your life will not change by chance, it will change by choice. Awareness opens your eyes, decisions shape your direction, and discipline carries you forward when nothing else will. These are not complicated ideas, but they are powerful when applied with consistency. You don't need more time, more resources, or a perfect situation to begin. What you need is the willingness to see clearly, choose wisely, and act consistently. Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be is not as wide as it seems. It is simply filled with the small choices you make every single day. So take this moment seriously. Let it be the point where you stop drifting and start directing your life with intention. Because if you truly understand and apply these principles, the next 15 minutes won't just open your eyes, they can begin to change everything.